Verse 11 is to 16. A gracious woman attain honor, and ruthless men attain riches. On April 15, 1912, the RMS Titanic sank, where about 1500 people died. Was one of the deadliest cruise line accident. The event is so popular and it is into many so-called disaster film genre. Dr. Ben Carson made a statement saying it is important to remember that armature built the ark and it is the professionals that builds the Titanic. Anyone who follows God's instructions isn't an armature cause they listen to the master's voice. Thomas Andrew Jr. was the man who designed the Titanic, and he was a well educated naval architect. So, technically, he was a professional shipbuilder. As a well educated man, he suggested that Titanic have 48 lifeboats. Still, his suggestion was overruled and only 20 were on the deck. On April 14, the ship was already out of sea. Mr. Andrews remarked on the Titanic saying, as nearly perfect as human brains can make her. At 11:40, on April 14, the Titanic stuck in an iceberg. Mr. Andrews was awakened by the collision and checked the damage. When he saw how fast water was flooding the ship, he informed the captain that the ship would sink within an hour. He already knew that the boat didn't have enough lifeboats because his suggestion for such was overruled. Therefore, he knew many would die. He ran over the Titanic, begging people to please put on their life belts and go to the deck. Mr. Andrews perished with others on the Titanic. Margaret Brown, aka the unsinkable Molly Brown, was one survivor of the terrible accident. Women and children could get on lifeboats cause all the men would die. Molly Brown was one of them. Molly was like Mr. Andrews, urging others to get the lifeboat. She was ready to die herself if others' life were spreads, but she was persuaded to get on a lifeboat as her lifeboat was off ways. She begged the lifeboat operator to back the rescue more people. Robert Hitchin, the operator of lifeboat, was too afraid that the sinking of Titanic would suck down the lifeboat if they went back. Molly begged repeatedly, please go back. Finally, she said, if you go back, I throw you overboard. So, Robert went back, and the water was so cold, the remaining bodies were frozen. Margaret was given the nickname the unsinkable Molly for her efforts to save as many as she could. The wisdom of God's word says to think of others before yourself. That is how the image of God is honored. Many of the passengers on the Titanic were very wealthy people. Still, they were divided on the ship according to the class of wealth they had. The wealthy class had the best room quarters. The lower class has the smaller or shared sleeping quarters. But in the end, 1500 perished, and the wealth in their pockets meant nothing. Do you honor God by valuing the lives of others? Or do you treasure how much wealth you can die? God bless you all. Jesus love you. So do I. Samuel. There is an evil which I have seen under the sun, and it is widespread among mankind. To a person to whom God has given riches, wealth, and honor, so that his soul lacks nothing, all that he desires. Yet God has nothing. God has not given him opportunity to enjoy these things, but a foreigner enjoys them. This is futility and a severe affiliation.